Or reverse charging gaming device, huh? The teardown of the OnePlus Turbo 6 is finally here. Humanity has finally invented a power bank that you can actually play games on. The DJI is out of power, charge it up. The electric fan's dead, charge that up too. Even On the first day of sales for OnePlus's new flagship, the Turbo 6, I rushed in before the store even opened, spent $2,399 and got a 16GB 256G model for a teardown review for you all. Now this device's starting price is actually $2,099, which is 500 yuan cheaper than the very popular Honor Win RT, which cost $2,599 from a while ago. These two phones have batteries, one's 9,000, the other's 10,000, and both screens are ultra-high refresh rate, one's 165, the other's 185. So, if it were you, would you add 500 to choose the RT? First, let's look at the device's appearance. This Turbo 6's back cover has a sculpted effect, looking just like a VC liquid cooling heatsink. Could it be that when we open it up later, it really has such a large heatsink? Putting this design aside, its appearance I think is quite similar to the previous OnePlus 13T. Let's power it on now. First, let's show its special feature, reverse charging. It charges at 27 watts, which is faster than most shared power banks you find on the street. Crucially, the 27 watts can just activate Apple's full-speed fast charging. Oh, series phones, I have to say, you still love to snatch Apple's features. Let's compare screen brightness with the Honor Win RT. Who do you think looks brighter? Let's try to compare the chins on both sides. They seem quite similar. The device's size and thickness are also like the RT. The RT is 8 grams heavier. This extra weight is likely due to the RT's fan. Regarding the ultra-high refresh rate, I also checked it out. The custom refresh rate on both phones, for regular apps, it's only 120 Hz. Only certain games can follow in-app settings to reach 165 or 185. But then again, if you constantly run at 165 or 185, even a 10,000 mAh battery won't hold up. Okay, so that's it for our external comparison for now. What about the internal components of this new OnePlus series phone? Let's get right to disassembling. After heating, use a spudger to pry open the back cover. After removing its back cover, you can see it's very flexible. Then turning it over, we checked the inside of the back cover for a woven texture, but found none. So it's likely a plastic back cover, not fiberglass. I asked official customer service to verify, and they said it's a light transmitting, drop resistant composite material. The advantage is it's lighter and not easily broken. Now let's take a look at the internal craftsmanship of the device. On a scale of 1 to 91, how many points would you give it? As I always say, you don't need to worry about O-series phone build quality. The IP69 adhesive on the frame is very sticky, even the glue rolling machine can barely budge it. Honestly, the process of rolling the adhesive is really quite stress relieving. So now let's remove the motherboard cover. This circle in the upper right is its NFC coil, and on the left is a single color temperature flash and an infrared emitter. Flipping to the back, the areas for the cable connectors all have pressure foam pads. That's really thoughtful. Additionally, on the top left of the motherboard cover, there's a half-shell speaker. The connection between its upper and lower halves has cushioning foam to prevent resonance. On the motherboard's cable connectors, both power cables are protected by rubber pads, and the connectors next to the power interface are all covered with insulating tape to prevent leakage from damaging the motherboard. Now, let's remove the camera. In total, there are 3 cameras, front and rear. First, the front camera is a 16-megapixel IMX480 sensor. The main camera is a 50-megapixel 1.95-inch LIT600 sensor with optical image stabilization, and this small camera is a 2-megapixel black and white camera. This black and white camera I haven't seen in ages, for many years. The last time I heard of a black and white camera was probably Huawei's P9. The purpose of this black and white camera is to enhance outlines and boost light and shadow details. Frankly, imaging capabilities aren't important for gamers. If the camera's too big, gamers might even complain it affects heat dissipation. If you're truly into photography, I'd bet for 2,000 yuan, they'd just go for the Turbo 6's big brother, the Oppo Find X7 Ultra. The X7 Ultra's standard price is also 2,000 yuan now, which is almost 3,000 cheaper than the new X7 Ultra. The 8 Gen 3's performance is sufficient, and its imaging is still on par with this year's top flagships. Okay, next, let's remove the motherboard of this OnePlus Turbo 6. We can see the SoC's area doesn't have a direct cutout for VC liquid cooling. However, this motherboard still features a single layer design that gamers will love. The Turbo 6 phone's core performance trio is Snapdragon 8S Gen 4, UFS 4.1, and LPDDR5X. Now, many of you might not know the performance level of this Snapdragon 8S Gen 4. Its performance is quite close to the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. The 8 Gen 3 has higher peak performance, while the 8S Gen 4 has lower daily power consumption. You could say both have their own advantages. What's quite impressive is that this phone also supports a GE network grabbing chip and a Linksy touch control chip, which is very helpful, especially for gaming. And this phone also supports Wi-Fi 7. The gaming configuration is truly excellent. Then taking out the top speaker, I checked this top speaker. It's an AAC Technologies 1012 speaker. So let me guess, its bottom speaker must be the 1115. I measured it, and it's indeed 1115. You can see its bottom speaker also has a semi-staggered design, just like the top speaker. So in terms of the audio unit specifications, the sound quality is the same as the OnePlus Ace 6 and 6T. Oh, okay, after listening, whose sound quality is better? Then we'll disassemble the charging port. For its unlocking method, the OnePlus Turbo 6 uses a short focus fingerprint solution. As for the motor, it's an AAC Technologies 0809 motor, a standard 3.5mm thick version. The charging port's transfer speed is USB 2.0. At this price point, not having 3.1 is quite normal. Okay, let's take this battery out. The battery uses a single cell with a dual interface design, allowing for faster charging and a longer lifespan. The official marketing states this battery can last for 2.5 year cycles. Many are concerned that 80-watt charging for a 9000 mAh battery might take too long, so I tested it myself. From 1% to 91%, it took 1 hour and 5 minutes. To fully charge it, it took 1 hour and 20 minutes. The manufacturer of this battery is Dongguan Xinning Deke Korsong CD. Mobile phone battery technology has really grown this year. Wow, such a small battery pack, yet it's already reached tens of thousands of mAh. I've measured the dimensions for everyone. Many of you will probably want to use this battery pack for upgrades. Length 97, width 67, thickness is 6.1mm. For comparison, the Honor Win RT battery is 99 by 69 by 6.1mm. In terms of size, they're quite similar. Okay, this is the internal overview of the OnePlus Turbo 6. Let's reassemble the phone. After this teardown, the Turbo 6 phone is truly comfortable for gaming at its price point. With ultra-high refresh, a big battery, and a single-layer board, it's an excellent gaming machine. As I just mentioned, if you prioritize camera performance at this price point, you could consider a used older flagship like an 8 Gen 3. If you buy used phones from Zhuan, each device undergoes multiple official quality inspections, so the quality is guaranteed. So finally, between the 2000 RMB OnePlus Turbo 6 and the 2500 RMB Win RT, which one would you choose?